Hi, good people. How are you? So today I'm visiting the farm of Mr. Muwonge. He has some inspiration story that I want you to hear. But remember, our aim is to say no to idle land. And please, if you watch, don't watch alone. Make sure you share so that your friend and your friend's friend can also watch this video. Thank you so much. Alex is going to introduce himself and then he will take us around his farm.
Yes, hello. My name is Alex Muwonge. I'm a resident of Chiwenda, but I have this 1-acre farm here in Busika, and you're most welcome to pick an inspiration today as I take you around and as I also share my story of what inspired me to do what you will see today.
Wow. So you've all heard Alex has a story behind everything that he's doing. And I think it's best we first listen to his story and then he will take us around all his projects.
In 2017, I had some idle funds on me. Like those things maybe you've done a deal somewhere or you've done some bit of savings. I felt that one of the things that I needed to do was to keep some money in land. So I bought this piece of land in 2017, and for about 2 years I kind of kept it idle, so it basically just had grass, and I was basically not doing anything with the land because I didn't have any passion for farming. Have been since I was raised in an urban setting, so I'd not really had a hands-on experience farming or gardening, and I'm someone who never actually visited the village where I was, my ancestral place. I'd only been there twice at the burial of my dad, so I'd not really had that hands-on experience with farming. So 2 years down the road, at a certain point, I felt that maybe let me liquidate this land and, sell it off and maybe use that money for something else. So I had originally bought the land about 10 million, and by then I wanted about 25. So I brought this broker who inspected the land, and he told me that the way I'm seeing this piece of land, chances are high you will not get that kind of value because the land basically has nothing on it. So he advised that maybe I put up a lusuku, yeah, a plantation, and then maybe once I reach to market it, the buyer will actually find value in the land. Yeah, I um, so I decided to set up to start planting the matoke, and by then this whole place was very bare. There was basically nothing. It was basically grass and thickets. So on the advice of the land broker, I started to clear the place and try to set up. And as you know, usually the banana plants take actually about a year to actually grow. So in the process, I began to intercrop the lusuku with beans and with maize. And with time, that the maize actually, we had a very good yield, that we had enough maize flour for the family for quite a long time. So it brought some bit of food security at home. And then from that experience, actually now, like, the desire to sell the land, I lost it, and I kind of fell in touch with the land and got a connection, and that kind of now like inspired or propelled me to the different projects that I've decided to place on this land.
Okay. Now, you've talked about the land. I'm saying it's quite big. How big is it?
This is 1 acre of land. Yeah.
Okay, so we've looked at the plantation, and then we have the maize. What else do we have? What else do we have?
On this land, like, it's more of like mixed cropping. So I decided to put like different sections. So half of the land is what has the banana plantation. It was actually much bigger than what you are seeing, only that it got a wilt, and now we are actually replanting. So half of the land has the matoke intercropped with the maize that you are seeing. And then I have a section which has like oranges. And then I've also I have a section which has some mango trees. And then I intercrop that with some potatoes, beans, and then cassava.
Okay, I think let's move and look at the oranges. They're walking. So this is the orange garden. I see some beans in it also. How many orange trees do you have?
I originally planted about 200 trees. Yeah, though with time, with some challenges, some have died off, but we are trying to have them replaced. Yeah, I have a passion for fruits. Yeah, like as you see, the land mainly has so much of like trees. So I'm passionate about like orchards, and that's what inspired me to grow the oranges. And these are like cross. Yeah, like it's a, I don't know what they call it, a cross, or like it's an orange plus a lemon. Yeah, so they kind of like did the cutting for both, so like the tree is a bit shorter, but then it's also able to give you a very big yield.
Um,
No one is watching. Yeah, another thing that I have on my farm is the soursop, commonly known as the chitaferi. I have still also planted about 150 trees, as you can see. For now, because they are still young, I have intercropped them with the maize, but with time, I will also be removing the maize and the remain. So I did the research, and soursop is one of the cash crops in a country called Belize. From the leaves are very medicinal, and they are said that I think they are like an antidote towards helping someone dealing with the like cancer. So in Belize, they do like tea leaves out of this soursop. And also when you get the fruit, you can make juice. And also there is a powder that is made out of the seeds. So from the time you plant this tree, it takes about 3 years for it to actually start giving you yield. But even before you get the fruit, you can already begin to make some money or to get some health benefits just from harvesting the leaves.
Actually, you've talked about the vitafed, and I can testify really with cancer patients, the way they look for them, it seems there is something medicinal about them.
Yeah, so also one of the other delicacies that we know are avocados. So still on my land, I have a few trees that I've scattered around. Yeah, the last time I visited France, we were served some avocado, but it was very tasteless, and it was not as good as actually what we have here. So for us as Africans or as Ugandans, with the kind of weather we have, at least if you have a piece of land, I would encourage you to at least just drop one seed, because actually most of these avocados that you see here, I didn't buy in a nursery bed. I just went to a marketplace, bought my avocado, ate it, then just got a seed and dropped it in the ground, and it grew on its own. So there is no magic or miracle about that. And average on the local market, an avocado goes between 500 to 1,000 shillings. So imagine if you had maybe just 50 of these on a tree. So 50 by 1,000, that's already 500,000 that you would have made maybe in a season. Yeah, and there we're just looking at the local market. And for those that can actually export, the yields are actually much higher.
Wow. Yeah. Let's see what we have here.
Yeah, so this area, I have some sweet potatoes. Like I told you, for an African home, you need food security. Yeah,
Exactly.
so as a family man, there are those days that you will wake up and you don't have money in your wallet, and yet your family has to feed. So that's why on my piece of land, I have these sweet potatoes. I also have some cassava up there. So, and then the beans. So it's kind of like subsistence for farming. So the extra I'm able to sell off to help maintain the farm and also pay my gardener that helps me to maintain this place. But part of this that you are seeing also helps to feed my family.
Wow. I see some mangoes also.
Yeah, so I also have about 50 mango trees.
Wow.
Yeah, only that they're not yet in season. Yeah, but like the way I shared with you that I'm somebody passionate about fruits. Yeah, so part of this are mangoes, because you know on the market you'll find still mangoes are quite expensive. So being that I'm passionate about like fruit farming, mangoes are also one of the things that I have on my land, because I feel you can, you know, like sometimes you have the oranges are in season and the mangoes are out of season. So all the time throughout the year, you're able to have something, some kind of a cash flow from what you have on your land.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so this is the cassava that I have. It takes about 6 to 8 months to grow, and the beauty with it, it doesn't have much hassle because it can be intercropped with other items, and every time we uproot some cassava, we replant, so it's never out of season. Yeah.
So what advice do you have for everyone that is going to watch this video?
Yeah, my advice is to encourage the young people, put any piece of land that you have to use. Yeah, I know sometimes you might have inherited the piece of land and it is lying idle, a lot of grass, but you don't need to cultivate the whole of it. Just start with a small portion, maybe 50 by 100, 100 by 100, and then over time you can progressively maximize it. One thing we should thank God is that we are the pearl of Africa. Sometimes for me, I say this must be the Garden of Eden, because you just throw a seed down and it grows on its own. So I just want to encourage the viewers, take advantage of your land, just put something in the ground, take care of it, and it will actually take care of you, either financially or by giving you what to eat, so that you don't spend a day without a meal.
Wow. Now, I think you've picked one or two things from this video, and remember, we are saying no to idle land. If you have idle land somewhere, this is a challenge for you. You might not be staying on the land or on the farm like Mr. Muwonge, but where he concluded from, I think you saw the house. That is where the caretaker stays. Once in a while, you come and check on your land and you make sure nothing goes wrong. Thank you so much, Mr. Muwonge, for giving us the opportunity and inviting us to visit your farm. And I believe your story will inspire someone out there. Thank you once again to everyone that will view this video. Please share if you find it very important. Thank you.